All right, Foundation. It's me, your big partner, Cartoon 53. Man, I'm back. I'm back. We back for the finale, for the conclusion of my brother Keon's story right here. I hope y'all enjoyed the first two parts, and I hope y'all been riding with us for the first two parts. This part right here, you don't want to miss this one, because this is the one that's gonna bring it all the way full circle. When we last left off, we had left off, man. They gave the brother life without. That means go to prison and don't never come home until you die. He took it to trial and they gave him that sentence. But always remember, God got the last say so. So we gonna let the brother talk.
That's right. Yeah, man. I was sentenced to life without parole. And I guess I can bring now, things that I was waiting now to say. I'd always, I told y'all when I was about 7, I was on my knees praying a lot. So that means I knew God and I knew faith, but I might just didn't apply it in my life. But I believe all of us have been where I'm at before when you chosen by God, and how you could just be over here with your partners and nothing you can never do, you can never get away. You always gonna be the one to get chastised. So now here it is. I done went through all of that in life. I ain't had no choice but to break down on my knees and call out to God Almighty. God, you know what I'm saying? It's like just keeping it real, bringing him as I am, and asked him to change me and see fit to give me another chance. Not right here. And began to tell him, man, I know you just didn't bring me this far. I'm just venting to him, and far as me wilding, nah, man, I was more so trying to fight to get out of prison, man. Trying to figure out, okay, my lawyer working, let me work, let me study, let me do this. And yeah, I did have altercations in prison, you know what I mean? Because now I got cell phone. Cell phone was hacking out in there. You got cell phone, they be trying to steal it. I ain't have a problem like that, but when I had problems come along the way, I dealt with it. It was times where it broke my people heart because they understand we fighting to get you out. We need you in here chilling. We need you to be doing what you're supposed to do, but they don't understand what you're. Man, I can't let that ride. Though. I got that, but it's a growth process because it's like now I'm trying to do something different in my life that I never did before, and that's change. You know what I mean, big dog? And it's kind of crazy how you change when it's like now you should be wilding out like you ain't got nothing to live for. It's crazy, but for me, I was like, nah, man, I know God ain't just do that. It was like the some of my spirit that wouldn't let go of fighting for my life, man, and God had told me to do 3 things. No, when I was in the county before I had, when they sent me to that, God sent a message to me. He said, it was a man that came in there to preach. He said, you're going to get out one day. But you ain't going to get out till you do what God wants you to do. And you ain't going to leave out the back gate. You're going to leave out the front. I was confused. I had so much time. I was confused. I heard you. But I don't know nothing about no back gate, Frank. I got life without parole. I don't even know how to swallow that pill, big dog. So I'm down there doing my bid. Once I began to settle down and began to press toward God, church, trying to change, find him. Because he's the only person that's going to get me out. And that's right. In my heart that I believe in my soul. So I began to y'all hung with the Bloods, but my second bid, and y'all ran with niggas. But now when they call church calls, I'm gone. Because I was a leader. I never was a really big follower. I always was a leader, did my own thing. So I began to try to make strides to God. And as I began to do that, I began to meet brothers, and I began to, my spiritual ear began to open. If it makes any sense, because we began to grow. You're going to grow in life one way or the other, man. And I just thank God for what I had to, just what I had to go through to get to where I'm at, man, and just reaching out for God. God told me to do 3 things that I didn't think I can do. He said, to deny the blood game, get rid of the phone, and I had 4 goals back then, and he said, take the goals out your mouth. So I'm like, man, how you want me to? I get the goal, but my hardest obstacle was, how could I got life without parole, and you want me to tell all that I ever know, the only hood without a bang slang. I'm big dog in prison right at this stage, and you want me to tell how do I do it? You know, but he knew I can, and he knew I was gonna do it if you want to get up out of here, because I know God's voice. So I took the goals out probably 2-3 months later and stuck on it. Boom. Dang, I mean, I've been in all the max camps. Keep in mind, now this at the point now, I'm on being in my second bid now. I done did 2 years, so now I'm probably like on the 8th year. I'm did about 8 years now on this life without. So like I said, I'm on. Wow. Like I said, I was man, it's just kind of like a little touchy for a minute, man, because the process, because like I said, man, I didn't know how to tell the Bloods. Y'all gotta understand my story, man. That's all I ever knew. I was a doctor.
I feel you.
Nothing, but here it is now. I'm wrestling
God
with God
asking you to let the only family you know go.
Yeah, I'm wrestling with God like Jacob wrestling with God. You know, I love you too. So how do I do it? But so, okay, God prepared me. He blessed me to meet my brother Cartoon. I met him. I met my brother Judd. 2 serious brothers that got their own testimony to tell, and God doing things in mysterious ways. But he hooked me up with a dude that wasn't a Blood, he was a Crip. You know what I mean? I'm like, dang, you know. And both of them was. And I'm like, okay. And they ex-bangers, well, they, you know, it is what it is, but they just like me. You know what I mean? Oh, wow, I got all this, but now they in a place where they just hear, you hear that voice? God is talking, you hear? And I'm like, man, I think I was tripping, bro, but he talking to each and every last one of us in our own little way. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, and so we began to all get that call like it's serious. To the point I smoked the weed and prayed and I drank, smoked cigarette, but it was these brothers was so strong, you know, sometimes you take, you know, iron sharpen iron, when they on their square, you know, even if I wanted to not be on my square, I looked at them and it forced me to stay on my square, to be accountable for me. So I began to strive and press in a different direction where it was in the direction that was helping me. You know what I mean? Better my life, get me on the road that God want me to be on. You know what I mean? Just pressing in a different direction, and eventually Blood Day came and 6 Deuce.
Oh shoot.
We got a workshop in here.
How much time?
Let me check.
They here now?
Yeah, let me check. I'm about to check. Let me check.
About 10 more minutes. Okay.
Well,
10 more minutes because somebody else is fixing to.
What part I was in on?
You when you you met basically me and Tito, and how God has started changing your life.
Yeah. So when I was at the second phase, now I'm at the phase of this life. It was like God presented an opportunity to do His will. Now it's Blood Day coming up, and I know that's what people know me as. And when they came to me, you know, that was my time to either deny God. I mean, in my eyes, that's what you relate, because I mean, I'm on some serious stuff with God, or stand up and just obey Him. And I was like, you know, they came, no, I ain't gonna be a part of it. They went and got the big homies. What? Yeah, that's what it is. I'm following God. And I did 2 of the 3. The phone, you know, I didn't let that go. Snatch. Somebody snatched it. You know, one thing led to another. Now I'm in jail. I'm in lockup for about a whole year. You know, I wasn't finna let that ride. You ain't finna snatch no phone. They sent a little crash down in my way, and so we both crashed out. Because there wasn't no other way about it. And my support, my blessing from God, she mad at me again. You know what I mean? You just won't do right. But long story short, I did that process, and I got even more real with God. And I got a lockup, man, and God had sent word to my people and a letter to me letting me know they reversed my case. You know, God. You know, the federal court reversed my case and saying that they didn't supposed to admit no DVD on the interrogation on there without redacting or editing anything. And when they sent the case to go back down to court for trial, the judge threw it all the way out. And you know, when I got out of prison, I went to a halfway house to start on me because I didn't want to live with no woman. I wanted to work on me and start on me. And in the process of me being there, they teaching me how to learn to live again. The food stamp had an opportunity where they asked us what you want to be or what y'all want to do in any kind of career. And I said, I want to drive trucks. So I had to go and take a test. I went through a program. I took a test. They sent me to the ESD school in Decatur, Alabama. Paid for my room and hotel, my school. I graduated back in 2019. I got out of prison in 2018. A year while I'm out, 2019, I got my CDL, my trucking license. I've been doing trucking and currently still driving truck. And now in school for freight broking, finna put it all together as God's plan to own my own business. But in the process, I live my life to be an example to those youngsters out there, to anybody around me, man, because we all got a story to tell. We all got a path we done went down, but the most important thing with me that I feel like we can give to one another, and if your story matters, man, whatever you've been through, and if God had gave you overcome it, if you done overcame it, man, share it with somebody, because you never know what they going through, and maybe they can help. You can help someone, you know, along the way, because we all been down a rough road, but that was mine.
With that right there, foundation, our time is running short. Man, the most prolific part of this interview was part 3 to me, because he let you know, man, what God can do for you. If you adhere to what he's speaking on, and if you learn how to just say, you know what I was doing before, it's not working, and so I'm going to do what he says for me to do right now. I'm going to submit to his will. I'm going to give it all to him. It may be hard at first, because believe it or not, that brother's story is just like mine, man. When God first touched down in my life and he let me know, no, you can't be gang banging no more. You got to do this. I didn't know what to do. But, you know what I'm saying, through the grace of God, through the glory of God, you know what I'm saying, he sets a path for us. And he set a path for this brother right here. So, man, I want to say, man, thank you, man, for your time. Thank you for your story, man, and thank you for speaking to the foundation, man.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you and share my story with the ones out there. And I hope that my story reach somebody out there that was maybe going through some of what I went through, because if you are, just understand, I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for God, man. I had to change, man. You know, my life was a wreck every year after year after year. And the moment I got real with God, like I was real in the streets, when I got real with God, my whole life changed, and I'm here.
With that foundation, you know what I always say, man. Stay vigilant, and always, no matter what, stay above ground. It's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5-3. Peace, and we out.